Hello everyone. In this video I want to sit down with you and talk about the reasoning, the motivation, the ins and outs of this Rick Owens down puffer coat that I purchased. I wanted to give you a little bit more information about why I wanted to purchase this jacket, why I felt like it was necessary for me personally. I'm going to do some comparisons. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the sizing, the price, the collection. I'll show you the tag so you know what coat this is. So if you want to know exactly what coat this is, I'll give you the code for it that's included. Let's just try a few different outfits with this. And let's just take our time to get into this Rick Owens down puffer coat. So here's the coat. I got it in my hands. It's really soft. It's really wonderful. But what made me purchase this coat? Before I can tell you about this coat, I need to tell you why I purchased it. And I feel like the coats that I had were very nostalgic. So I had the winter parka, I have the different designer collaborations with H&M, all the coats, parkas, and jackets that I've collected over the years. And I started to wear these simply because they had nostalgia to them for me personally. Not every design I love, and not every design is comfortable. Now, some pieces will remain in my collection simply because I love them, but it's not working with the style I have nowadays. So I wanted to make up for that. I wanted to reinvent something. I didn't want my style to suffer in winter simply because I wasn't able or I wasn't willing to purchase a new coat that maybe costed a bit more since my style changed a bit more to the higher end pieces of Rick Owens. And with that being said, this is a very expensive coat. The other coats that I had were around 100 to 150 euros a piece, which is not that much for a winter coat. The Alexander Wang for H&M winter parka was, I think, 240, something around that price. That was a really big winter coat or parka that I've worn for, well, ever since it came out, 2014. A month later I had it and I loved the design, and nowadays I think it's not that comfortable anymore. I've grown a lot since I was a skinny boy back then, and right now I think this coat is too big, too um, unnecessary big, basically. So just when you're walking on the street, my side feels blocked. I feel closed in. It's not that comfortable. That's because of the heavy materials that this parka has. Now that does give more protection feeling, but sometimes I just feel a little bit more enclosed, and that's not what I prefer in the winter. I'm very sweaty pretty quickly, so I overwear my clothes. I just wear too many clothes and then I wear the parka. And if I wear less clothes, I'm still going to be really, really warm because of the big weight or the large weight of this the winter parka that I had. So I felt like I needed to make a change. It doesn't fit the style anymore, and it's not that comfortable. So it's looking for something the opposite range of that. So something that did fit my needs for now. So more lightweight, more stylish, more up to date. And that's when I found out that I missed out on a deal already. And well, I just started looking for it, debating, and that's when I got to this new topic. So I saw that one of these coats was sold out, and what happened after that was I saw the red version, and I always thought, and I always had these in my favorites on various websites, the puffer coats by Rick Owens, but I want to get them for a good price, so patience is key for that. This coat that I purchased retailed for 1755 euros based on the code, and I looked up the code and it was the retail price on various websites around that price. Some are different prices because of the currency difference, but in the European countries most of these codes cost around 1755 euros, which is a lot. And I found this one on Ukes. It was priced at 705 euros. It was discounted from I think 1,000 to 705. I found a code that gave me an extra 10% off, so which gave me an extra 70 euros and 50 cents off. So I did that and I saw 635 was something in that range. I looked at the checkout, well, number basically, and I wanted to know what I was willing to sacrifice for my personal collection in order to build some money towards this, because I just purchased cargo baskets, I purchased more Rick Owens items, which means there's less money, but I also bought less items. But I'm way happier with the items that I purchased because this Rick Owens, I think it's Dark Shadow 2, this long prisoner jogger trousers are really, really comfortable. I love them and they're perfect for me. And they were like I don't even know, 160 something around that price. I purchased the boxing shorts. I had these other prisoner trousers. I had a few t-shirts, sneakers, keychain. Those are more things that I'm really, really happy with. I've even looked for a beanie, which is around 100 euros. Usually I purchase a beanie for €1, which is 100 times more expensive. I'm just changing, and with that came a very expensive coat, which is this one. It was pretty funny actually. This coat was sold out, only the red version was available. And I just looked and looked and looked. And if you have it in your favorites on Ukes, then you see when the color is coming back, the one that you had in your favorites, it automatically gets back to your dream box, which is like your favorite section. I looked one day and it was back. Someone sent it back. They tried it on, probably didn't fit. Maybe it was too big, which gets me to the sizing. So usually I would wear a size large. I think it's my true size. I purchase basic t-shirts in a size large. I purchase blazers, all that stuff in a size 52. And I know Rick Owens mainline most of the time fits a little bit big, even the sneakers, but also the coats, the trousers. So I purchased a size 50 in these Rick Owens trousers, mainline trousers. They fit really, really well. And I also purchased a size 50 in this down coat, and that fits perfectly too. Now this is so soft, it's really wonderful. What I love about the wear of this, when you wear it, this elastic part just drops down and it's not even too short. This is so large fitting that it just drapes a little bit over my hand, which I prefer, a little bit bigger so you can wear more stuff underneath. And the weight of this is nothing. This is even, I think it's even less weight than my pillow. It's crazy. This is the comfort that I wanted, and I found it in this coat. So in means of the design, this is not a eccentric Rick Owens piece. These are coats I see daily, but none of this price range, none of this quality, none of this weight. So the design is pretty straightforward. It has a high collar, zipper on the neck, one of these big cotton tabs at the back to keep the back together when you zip it open. When you zip it open at the back, it's a little bit more breathable maybe. It's just a design that I don't necessarily need, but I think it looks good that there are some versatile things on this coat and not just plain, just like the front. So we got a silver zipper, which is Rick Owens branded, which I hadn't seen before. That's the main zipper. The zippers on the back are unbranded. I don't know what zippers are used for that. The elastic cuffs are pretty hidden until you wear it, then it shows up pretty much. But the last puffer piece of the sleeve covers up almost everything of that elastic part, and it's just comfortable, it looks good, and yeah, it's just what you want, I'd say, in a winter coat. On the inside you have these cotton pockets with also unbranded zippers, which are pretty nice because, as I said, if you live in a big city, you have to deal with people stealing, people going in and out of your pocket. Now I've never experienced this because I'm pretty alert to those things, and when I would go shopping into a big city, I want to wear something that secures me of my property, basically, my items, my stuff. So I want to be able to hide away things on the inside of my coats or in pockets that have closures, zippers, anything in that range to be secure. I must be able to feel the items that I have on me, and this is just completely the case with this. This is thought out, just protected pockets on both sides, which I really, really like. On the sides you have two pockets which are just as comfortable as the material itself. It just has one button to close, and that's all you need for that. So one downside about a coat like this, one viewer already said that to me, like, is there something wrong with my coat? And I don't necessarily feel that that's the problem with Rick Owens coats in particular. It's just a type of coat, the fabric, the down, the feathers on the inside. Sometimes you have the feathers coming out or the down coming out, and you just see that. And in my head, it gives off a little bit of a cheap feel, but that's just because of the material. It wouldn't really work if it was an other material. This is the design, and that's just something that really happens. So here I see a little feather, which I can just get out really easily, or a piece of down, I don't know. That's just something that comes with the coat, and yeah, it's unavoidable. Now for the question if you should purchase a expensive recordance coat like this. Maybe it's not expensive at all for you, which shouldn't really bring you to this video. Perhaps you just wanted to know a little bit more about the Rick Owens puffer coats in general. That's okay. So I think this is worth it already. I haven't even worn it in winter, but it's so comfortable. It's really warm. I've already tested it out once on the bicycle. It has a good length to it. It's not the longest one, but I feel like when I want to wear a coat like this, there should be something showing of either the drop crotch trousers that I have on, which are part of the reason why I purchased those trousers, should be visible in the outfit and not hidden away. So when I would wear the longer version, a pair of drop crotch trousers and cargo baskets, it would only be like 5 or 10 centimeters of cotton fabric in between my coat and my cargo baskets, and that's not something I want to go for. This is a perfect length for me. It ended up being a really good deal for $6.35. Now that's just how you want to justify it. Work extra hours, sell something in return. I don't know. It's up to you to decide. It's a lot of money. I don't want to bash anyone into not being able to purchase or easily being able to purchase things like this, because I just want to share some information about it. And I felt like I needed this coat. I wanted this coat for next coming winters. And this is not a one-stop piece. I mean, a lot of people in my social circles buy new winter coats, new sneakers, new clothes every single month, and then they just go for the bulk. They go for the quantity over quality. They go for the sale deals. Now I go for sale deals as well. I buy clothes often, I'd say, because I think every single month I've purchased something new Rick Owens, which is not that healthy for your wallet. But I don't drink excessive amounts of alcohol. I maybe once or twice a year even, especially now during COVID. There are so many other things I'm willing to spend my money on for my personal development, the means of a computer, accessories that I need, gadgets that I need, clothes that I want to share information on, perhaps a new camera, a tripod, stuff like that. I don't spend money on I don't smoke, I don't, as I said, I don't drink that much alcohol that I drink every single night, or I like to save money. I also like to spend it, and then when I spend it on something that maintains value. So that's the way I justify it. Don't feel bad if you can't afford it. Maybe it was just good for you to see this, and maybe my thought process into buying a coat like this. I'm really warming up right now because it's very warm, which I wasn't expecting in the beginning because it just felt light. So it doesn't really feel like it will be active in keeping you warm. But I'm curious for the winter when the degrees are really dropping, when you really layer it up. I'm pretty confident that the material, the combination of the duck feathers and the duck down are good for winter. It's lightweight. I believe in the layering. I believe in the comfort I will have in this in the winter. And that's what I'm going for. So if you have any questions about it, please let me know, because this will be in my possession for years and years to come.